हेलो स्टूडेंट, आज की वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे कोalition गवर्नमेंट के बारे में। एज वी ऑल नो दैट प्रेजेंटली लोकसभा इलेक्शन हमारे पास एक गवर्नमेंट आया दैट इज कॉल्ड कोalition गवर्नमेंट एंड देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ न्यूज अबाउट दिस कोalition गवर्नमेंट। सो एज एन एस्पिरेंट ऑफ जुडिशरी वी विल ट्राई आवर बेस्ट टू नो व्हाट इज द कोalition गवर्नमेंट and what is the significance of the coalition government in India, and finally we will conclude this coalition government concept with the independence of judiciary. So we will go all these things gradually, so join with me to the all of this point. Number first, कि when we talk about this coalition government, remember student, we need to understand what the coalition government is and how this government is formed in India. So basically in India we are having the democratic country where everybody is given the right to cast the vote who is an 18 years old and who is entitled according to the law. When the elections held and after that the people, the representative of the peoples comes to the parliament, question comes which of the political party should be invited to form the government. So we always believe in the majority of representation. If any political party has attained the majority, that political party is invited to form the government. Now the question comes, just imagine if there is no particular government, there is no political party which is having majority, what will be the next stage? So in the next stage it becomes important, if there is no political party which is having the majority in this particular elections, then the political party which has attained the most of the representation can be joined together with other political parties and can request to form a government which will be a coalition government. So in terms of one line on two, I would say कि what the coalition government is. So basically a coalition government is one in which multiple political parties join hand together to form a government. It means there are multi-political parties which can be joined together. Now if we should think about this कि अगर आप इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव पे देखो, पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो पे देखें, तो हम ये देखेंगे कि अब तक हमारे इंडिया में कितनी कोalition गवर्नमेंट which have participated in the democracy in a proper way बन चुके हैं और क्या सिग्निफिकेंस रहा। तो नंबर फर्स्ट अगर हम रिकॉल कर पाए पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के बारे में, सो वी नो कि आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस देयर वाज वन पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, that is the Congress party. It usually attained the majority of representation. So there was no need to call for this coalition government because they were having the majority of the votes. Now, but after when we are going to the 80s of the time, it was founded out कि the people were not happy कि आप एक ही political party को votes कर रहे हैं. There were many political parties which emerged at the time. तो उसके बाद जो हम एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, जहां कि हम फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हैं कि कोalition गवर्नमेंट बन रहा है, दैट इज अबाउट कि आप पढ़ते हो दैट इज पीवी नरसिम्हा राव. सो देयर वाज अ गवर्नमेंट व्हिच वाज फॉर्म्ड इन द ईयर ऑफ 1998 एंड 99 एंड व्हिच वाज अ प्योर पॉलिटिकल कोalition गवर्नमेंट, जिसमें कि कांग्रेस के साथ बाकी और पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज साउथ की मिलाकर हमने एक गवर्नमेंट को देखा और जिसे हमने देखा कि उसमें हेड किया था पीवी नरसिम्हा राव ने. So when this coalition government was formed in the year of 1991 to 1995, we need to understand कि ऐसे कौन से important steps लिए गए coalition government में जिनको हम कह सकते हैं कि coalition government में भी कुछ productive चीजें हुई हैं. So some people says कि जब भी coalition government होगी तो we will not have a proper balanced reformation, we will not be able to introduce good policies because जब भी कोई government कोई policy introduce करेगी, अगर बाकी political parties are not happy with this particular policy, they will not support it. और रीजन क्या होगा कि अगर जो कोalition गवर्नमेंट बनी है, अगर उसके अलायंस की पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज उसको सपोर्ट नहीं करते तो उस गवर्नमेंट को कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं मिलेगा एंड नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन इशू हो जाएगा एंड ऑन दैट केस द गवर्नमेंट कैन बी रिडक्टेड ऑन. तो ऐसी सिचुएशन को डील करने के लिए कोalition गवर्नमेंट में हमेशा प्रेशर होता है मेजोरिटी वाले पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को टू मेक अ प्रॉपर हार्मोनियस बैलेंस between the political party as well as its alliance. So in the year of 1990 we find PV Narasimha Rao government और यहाँ पर हमने जो एक important achievement लिया coalition government में, दैट इज व्हाट की पंचायत जो आपका एक बड़ा इनिशिएटिव था, दैट वाज लाइसेंसिंग पार्टीज। इट मींस जो लाइसेंसिंग सिस्टम था उस लाइसेंसिंग सिस्टम को रिड्यूस कर दिया गया, राइट। सो लाइसेंसिंग सिस्टम को जब हम पढ़ते हैं आपको याद होगा कि हम लोग एक पढ़ते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड LPG, यानी लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन। तो ये जो हमने अपनी इकोनॉमी को बूस्टअप किया था बाई, ऑल्दो इट वाज अ मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी, बट हमने इसको ओपन मार्केट के साथ कंसोलिडेट करा, ओपन किया मार्केट, कंपटीशन में डाला। सो दैट वाज द गुड अचीवमेंट, जिसे हम लोग इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स भी कहते हैं। सो 1991 की इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स विच गिव द बूस्ट इन टू द इंडियन इकोनॉमी वो कुड बी अचीव्ड ओनली बाय द coalition government in the year of 1991. So we can say yes, this was the first step which was a very beneficial step toward the Indian economy. तो एक तो हमने ये पढ़ा during the PV Narasimha Rao we are having this achievement. Now coming to the next one, alliance which was during the Atal Bihari Vajpayee in that term, that was the 1999 to 2004. If I would say the first successful coalition government in India, we will always remember this government of NDA, which was in the lead of Atal Bihari Vajpayee in the year of 1999 to 2004. इसने अपना पूरा term complete किया without any having external pressure or internal pressure by these other political parties. It was a successful tenure during this coalition government, and we can always recall that this government was leading with the very landmark and we can say the important legislation. और वो जो important legislation आप पढ़ते हो, that always will be believe in the Information Technology Act. So remember student, IT Act जो आप पढ़ते हो, IT Act 2000, इसने हमारे हमको एक लेवल दिया ड्यूरिंग द डिजिटलाइजेशन, और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट ने हमारे सारे एक्टिविटीज को, इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज, फाइनेंशियल, सोशल, सभी चीजों में एक लॉ को इंट्रोड्यूस किया, दैट इज इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, और इसने आईटी सेक्टर में हमको एक बूस्टअप दिया. सो वी विल ऑलवेज रिकॉल this tenure by the very important law which was passed during the year of 2000 IT Act, जिसमें हमने कंप्यूटराइजेशन, डिजिटलाइजेशन का इफेक्ट भी देखा. So we can recall this also. Next important coalition government, if we would say, that is UAPA, that UPA government, और UPA government को 2005 में हमने फॉर्म करा, और यहाँ पर यूपीए गवर्नमेंट की एक बड़ी क्वालिटीज जो हमारे पास सामने आई, दैट वाज आरटीआई एक्ट. वी कैन नॉट इग्नोर दिस लॉ बिकॉज दिस वाज द लॉ दैट इज, आप इसको कहते हो राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट. तो राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट जो था आपका, दैट वाज अमेजिंग लॉ इन द पिलर एज अ डेमोक्रेसी. राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट ऑफ 2005, जिसने ट्रांसपेरेंसी ला दिया हमारे गवर्नेंस सिस्टम में, एंड अलाउ किया एवरी सिटीजन ऑफ द कंट्री को बाय एक्सरसाइजिंग आर्टिकल 19(1)(a) ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, एंड टू क्लेम टू गैदर द इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंटल अथॉरिटीज and have the scrutiny and eye over how this governance system is working about. It means this was the milestone to curb the corruption. Right students, so this is the milestone step toward rubbing these corruptions by introducing Right to Information Act 2005. Right to Information 2005 was introduced only because of the coalition government of UPA. It was headed by the Congress as well as other political parties. So this was another instance. Not only this, but we also came to know about the word known policy which was known as Manrega. Manrega was actually the scheme which was providing the employment to those who were not having any opportunities to earn the money to survive, even to survive as well as to sustain their families. So Manrega was a scheme which was introduced in the year of 2005 and 2006, given the international recognition by providing 100 days employment to all those who are needy. So we can say yes, it was also another important steps toward this. So that was the full name, that was Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee. So it was basically a guarantee. The third thing which we came to know about this UPA government in the year, that was the introduction of the Aadhaar. And Aadhaar and GST is well recognized and also present time में well discussed instance in the formation of the economy. So when we talk about Aadhaar, it was introduced in the year of 2010 and वहां से हमें मिला कि every person living in India who is having citizenship must have the right to have identification, and that is what they were given the right to have the Aadhaar card. So Aadhaar का जो introduction था, it was also coming from the UPA government, and the another important step that was GST. So now finally we are talking about another important thing, that we are talking about 2024 और 2024 में एक बार फिर से हमको coalition government की importance के बारे में देखना होगा, because recently what was in news, because always we believe during the 2014 to 2023 we were having good opportunities to have the proper strong majority political party in forms of BJP. They were forming a good government, so they were having lots of good steps, but there were some steps which were criticized too. But now when the coalition government is formed, we are going to witness for this all these 5 years to a coalition government. The coalition government is a compilation of these three political parties basically. One that is BJP, the second that is TDP, and the third that is JDU. So all these main political parties are going to form a government. Now it is expectation how much we are having the good opportunities and what kind of policies are introduced, what kind of challenges will be there when these three political parties, some say they are having the different mindset, different approach. Can they join together for all these 5 years? If it happens, then what kind of robust economy we witness on this coalition government? So this can be done toward. Now, if looking forward, we will need to understand in terms of judiciary. So the question comes, if any state, if any country is having the coalition government, what could be the effect of the coalition government in terms of independence judiciary? So if we are talking about our country, we are having so many times a coalition government, we need to understand what is the effect of the coalition government on independence judiciary. So generally majority of people believe कि जिस भी country में, यानी especially in India, अगर coalition government होता है तो coalition government is very fruitful to form independent judiciary, और coalition government में judiciary का role भी extend हो जाता है. Because some people say, and there are some facts too, that whenever there is no coalition government, there is no strong opposition party, there is simply a full strong majority political party, there is more pressure on the judiciary. So they are confined, they are having some limitations to introduce some challenges. Now, when we talk about this, we can take the example of 2014 to till now, what kind of stuff we have seen. So we have seen, when we talk about during coalition government of UPA, we find the scam of 2G spectrum. 2G spectrum, we all are aware of that. 2G स्पेक्ट्रम का जो केस था उसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टैंडर्ड तरीके से फुल मेजोरिटी के साथ एक डिसीजन दिया जिसमें देयर वर सो मेनी लैकुनास एंड फ्लॉज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कोalition गवर्नमेंट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, वाज शोन एंड कम टू द पीपल. तो वहां से जो हम देखते हैं कि जुडिशरी ने स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टेप्स लेकर 2G स्पेक्ट्रम और बाकी सारी इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसीज को वार्न करते हुए साउंड डिसीजंस भी दिए, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट कोalition गवर्नमेंट वाज having the some limitations. Now we are also witnessing the NJAC law which talks about National Judicial Appointments Committee, which was introduced in the year of 2014, and the Supreme Court has struck down this law. Supreme Court said that NJAC is unconstitutional, although it was introduced by the full strong majority political party which was having the form the government, but still that is an exception. एक्सेप्शन था जहां पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने डिस्पाइट हैविंग अ स्ट्रॉन्ग मेजॉरिटी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी टू हैविंग द गवर्नमेंट स्ट्रक डाउन किया और इस लॉ को पास होने से रोका. इसके बाद हमने और भी एक चीज देखी जो अभी रिसेंटली वी हैव गॉन टू द इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड सिस्टम. अभी रिसेंटली सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड सिस्टम को अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिक्लेयर कर दिया इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेनी अमेंडमेंट्स इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन द फाइनेंस एक्ट, IT एक्ट एंड कंपनीज एक्ट. So this was another important step taken by the Supreme Court of India, which gives the impression that even though there is strong political party forming the government, Supreme Court is not having the limited power. So we have some steps, but yes, of course, there are some limitations too. So we are just going to scrutinize over this. Now I'm just quoting the one statement of Justice S.K. Kaul, and he has given the interview during his well-known newspaper, and he said that coalition government is necessary to boost the independent judiciary. Whenever we are having the strong political party forming the government, it becomes restricted powers to the judiciary to exercise its power, because we are having many more Supreme Court judgments on terms of appointment of the judges of Supreme Court and terms of many steps taken by the government which was challenged and criticized in the ambit of constitutional power. So we have seen this too, but we need to wait for that, how this coalition government is witnessing toward the independence of judiciary as well as forming the boost up of economy. So this was all about this coalition government. I hope that you have some brief information about coalition government क्या होती है, कोलिशन गवर्नमेंट का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या होता है, और अगर हम कोलिशन गवर्नमेंट को इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जुडिशरी से के साथ मिलकर पढ़े तो हमें क्या चीजें में देखने को मिलती हैं. सो दिस वाज ऑल फॉर यू. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो.